Is Kyler Murray headed to Arizona? Well, according to the website Draft Analyst, new Cardinals head coach Cliff Kingsbury was telling people over the weekend that it's a, quote, done deal. His team will take Kyler #1 overall. Kyler decided not to throw or run 40 at the Combine, but he will do it at his pro day next week. The Cardinals' current QB, Josh Rosen, just finished his rookie season, but when their GM was asked last week if Rosen's the team's quarterback, he said, quote, right now, for sure. So, Shannon, would it be the right move for the Cardinals to take Kyler?
I wouldn't do it. He's still 5'10" tall. He still only weighs 207 pounds. And they need help, not just at the quarterback position, but they took a quarterback last year. But I think they have more issues than quarterback. I still have my doubts about his ability at that size to stay healthy. Plus the fact all the other quarterbacks that have had success at that size or close proximity to that size were 3-4-year starters. Drew Brees was a 3-year starter at Purdue. Russell Wilson was a 4-year starter at NC State and Wisconsin. And he started 17 games.
Okay.
So I still have my doubts. Now, what happens at 5'10", 207 pounds? He gets behind a bad offensive line, which Arizona possesses. Now, Oklahoma was voted best offensive line in all of college football.
Good O line, yeah. Okay.
Then what? Now, on the flip side, Skip, I get why they're doing it. Cliff Kingsbury has a specific type of offense he wants to run.
Right.
He believes this young man is better equipped to run that system than the quarterback that they have. Now, they're going to have to give, basically, a guy that they traded up for or they got with the 10th pick in the draft, Skip, they're basically going to have to give him away. Because why would I give, it's like, if you have a yard sale, you tell me I'm moving.
Yeah.
And everything must go. And I go, I say, you know what? I would like that chair. I'll give you, how much is the chair? $200. No, I'll give you $50. Now, you can either sell it to me for $50 or you can pack it with you and move across country. But you said everything must go.
It's good, yeah.
Well, Skip,
Changes
why would I
things.
give you anything other than a 4th-round pick for Josh Rosen when I know you want to clear the decks? Because if you keep him on the roster, he's going to be out there with his lips stuck out all the time. So you're going to be stumbling over lips. So I know you got to get rid of him. But, Skip, I wouldn't do it. I understand Kingsbury. It seems like Kime, the general manager, he's on firm footing. Cliff Kingsbury, it's hard for me to imagine a situation where they fire a second head coach after his first year.
Maybe. Who knows?
But, Skip, I wouldn't do it for the simple fact he's 5'10", 207 pounds, and I believe they have more issues than at the quarterback position. But I totally understand why Cliff Kingsbury and they're going to make, if they make this. Now, it's just hard for me to believe that people are talking about who they're going to take in the beginning of March, and the draft is still 2 months away.
Yeah.
That could be a smokescreen. But Cliff Kingsbury did say when they were getting ready to play them, if I had the #1 draft pick, I would select this young man. Well, he's going to get an opportunity possibly to put that to test.
Interesting.
What do you think, Skip?
I respect your opinion on this. Everything you just uttered came from conventional wisdom. Everything you just said is tried and true in the NFL. It's been proven to be accurate when evaluating quarterbacks until now. If I had that pick, I'd be running up to the platform already to turn it in. I'd say
You'd be ready?
It's over. I want that guy.
Oh, you be going to Nashville already, huh?
I'd be there saying, "Where's the podium? I got to go up and hand it in. Where's the commissioner?"
Patiently.
This kid is going to shatter all those molds. And you're right, those are the molds, and he's going to shatter them. This kid, the height is irrelevant for him. I did care about his hand size, and his hands are bigger than Patrick Mahomes' hands. This kid has a lot of Mahomes in him. He might not have as much sort of hot doggy, I'm going to throw it, no-look kind of passes, but he will make athletic plays like Mahomes does. They're going to make you say, wow.
Yeah, he can throw on
I'm
the
not
move.
sure I saw that before. So, to me, I started saying, if you recall, soon after Cliff Kingsbury was hired there, shockingly, on January the 8th, that Cliff Kingsbury has to take Kyler Murray. And all of a sudden, everybody laughed at it and scoffed at it, and they shot it down. And now everybody's saying it's a runaway train. They are going to take Kyler Murray. And they should take Kyler Murray. He is a match made in football heaven for Cliff Kingsbury. You couldn't pick a better head coach for him. You could pick better places to start than Arizona because I agree with you. The cupboard is kind of bare.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't love what I see there. I look at receiver, and you still got Larry Fitzgerald who's going to come back for one last hurrah. That would help Kyler Murray.
Right.
But is he Larry Fitz that we used to know
No.
and love? No, he's not.
He's not.
Do I like Christian Kirk? Yeah, I like him coming out of the slot. Would that be a nice connection for? Yeah, it might be. David Johnson, I think that would help a lot. And then after that, not much there.
Offensive line is terrible.
Yep. And your man Vance Joseph is now the defensive coordinator. Is that what he was born to do? Is run a defense as opposed to run a football team in Denver? I don't know. Maybe. But here's the bigger point. Kyler Murray is way, 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 way better than Josh Rosen.
Oh, you're not
It's like shockingly better. In fact, Kyler Murray is everything to me Josh Rosen is not.
Okay.
So you just have to cut your losses. I don't know why they took Josh Rosen, and I'm not being 20/20 hindsight on this. Okay, but I said before the draft, I just don't love him.
Yeah.
I don't love his football backbone. I don't love his intangibles. And the laugh out loud story of the weekend was that Bill Belichick would be interested in trading for Josh Rosen as the successor to Tom Brady. So wait a second. In Tom Brady, you have the highest football winners intangibles ever. And in Josh Rosen, you have, let me be nice, low intangibles.
Right.
Really? And you would well, okay, maybe Belichick's going to say, watch this. Watch what I do.
When they say, Skip, this is what we've learned over the years. If we know anything, Coach Belichick, he might be sitting on 10 deuce.
And
You never know what he's going to do.
Smoke screen all over the place.
Thank you.
So to your point, are you going to have to basically give away a guy that you traded up to get high in the first? Yes. I'm sorry. You have to start fresh.
Yeah.
You can't. What's the old saying about throwing good money after bad?
Right.
Well, that's what you'd do if you hung on to Josh Rosen. You'd throw good money after bad
Right.
because you'd keep trying to put pieces around him. You'd take somebody with the first dive. They'd take Bosa probably. I
Right.
guess they would. I don't know for sure. You take Nick Bosa and you say, okay, that'll start to shore up our defensive line. Good money after bad because in the end, it starts and ends with the quarterback position. Kyler Murray changes everything. He's a leader more in action than in word.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
It's how he carries himself with this sort of athletic dignity. He's the 9th overall pick in the baseball draft. And the way he walks on the field, I just say, I trust that guy.
Right.
And again, he's not a vocal leader, but all of his body language says, trust him.
Yep.
Trust him. He's going to make the play at the moment in the game. And he just kept doing it. I know we got 1 year body of work. I'm good with it.
But the thing that I like most, Skip, if a guy comes in, because we've seen this so many times, a guy comes in and he's stuck with the quarterback that was there when he arrived. If you allow Kingsbury, let him take his guy and work with it. We saw this with Blake Bortles. Everybody can, I can work with him. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Oh, no, you're not. Deep down inside, at the end of the day, if you want the coach to be his ultimate best, and I get it, Skip, now, if you have franchise guys, obviously you're not going to get rid of, Aaron Rodgers when a new coach comes in, but these quarterbacks that are marginal, that's why Adam Gase wasn't successful. He was stuck with Ryan Tannehill, and I kept telling him.
It worked with Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But that's what I said, Skip.
Right.
And I kept telling people, I said, you know what? Ryan Tannehill, because he really had no choice. I said, Adam Gase is going to get fired, and Tannehill's going to get cut because it's not a good matchup, and that's not how Adam Gase wants to play football. But if I'm the Cardinals and I've just hired a new coach because this is against conventional wisdom, Skip.
Yeah.
You don't normally get fired for going 5-6 or 6-6 or whatever he went. Become the offensive coordinator at USC, resigns from that job, and then goes and gets a head coaching job in the NFL.
It's impossible. It just can't happen, and it did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let him get his guy. He said if he had the first pick, lo and behold, maybe he spoke that into existence.
Maybe.
He has the first pick. Let him take his guy. But I wouldn't, Skip, just because of the size, there's not enough body of work, and it might turn out to be great. I wish him well.
Yeah, that is a good point. When those words came out of Cliff's mouth ahead of the Oklahoma game, whenever it was in October or whenever, I forget when it was. Did you do that game? I don't think you did that game. Did you do it? Whatever.
I can't remember.
But as soon as those words come out of his mouth, How much would you have bet against that actually happening?
There was no odds.
No, I
Like
didn't.
billions to one?
Yeah.
You know what, Skip? There was
never
no
think that.
there was no odds in Vegas that said Cliff Kingsbury will be an NFL head
No one
coach
thought
in
this would be a
2019.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, again, just for the record, I'm obviously a lifelong, born and bred University of Oklahoma fan, but of the last 4 Heisman Trophy winners at Oklahoma, I said on national TV, Jason White can't play in the NFL, and he couldn't. I said on national TV, there's no way I'm taking Sam Bradford till the 3rd round. He's not a first-round pick. Can't stay healthy. Somebody, St. Louis, took him number 1 overall. How did that work out? He just can't stay healthy. I don't like his football backbone either. But I said Baker Mayfield last year, I said, I'm taking him 1st overall, and I think he lived up to that, and this kid will more than live up to it if you take him 1st overall.
And Oklahoma has more number 1 overall draft picks. So if Kyler goes, you got him, Baker, Sam Bradford, Leroy Selman, 4. I don't know if another school can say that, Skip.
That's true.
It would be history-making, too,
Yep.
because Oklahoma
Back-to-back.
would be the first
Yep.
school to ever have back-to-back number 1 quarterbacks.
That is correct. And next year when Jalen Hurts wins the Heisman
Man,
Trophy,
stop it, Skip, baby.
that would be 3 in a row. Has that ever happened?
Oh, where are you
No.
going there?
You know
Jalen
good.
Hurts?
Skip.
Wow.
Skip.
Huh?
Oh, now you a Jalen Hurts fan.
I am.
Now he
I
is.
love Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he
Oh, I
is.
bet you do.
You always liked him,
Would you?
though.
I liked him okay.
But now
I've
you're
liked
all
him
in.
better than you have. You just said he can't throw, right?
can't.
Okay. So
Not consistently. He have a throw here or there.
would Lincoln Riley's
I
stock
was
go
just
through
gonna
the
say that.
roof
Changes
if he had
when he got
3 in a
Lincoln.
row?
Changes with Lincoln around, you know.
Okay, we're going to
Mold
see.
him.
We're going to see.
Okay, I'm going to say it one more time about Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Quickest feet I've ever seen on a football field, so it changes everything because he can create the windows, he can create the time to throw, and he is definitely pass first. He will hurt you if you dare him to run or if they call a run. He will hurt you, but he looks first to throw. That's why he's going to shatter the mold.
Okay. I'm going to take your word for
Yep.
it. I wouldn't take him for those reasons. Like I said, I like to see a body, especially, Skip, when I'm dealing with a mold-breaking type player.
Yep, I know.
I need more body of work. I need to see over a longer
I
period
told
of
you,
time.
everything you said was conventionally correct.
Yeah.
This is completely unconventional.
Of the 53 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks,
Yep.
how many of them have been unconventional?
Trent Dilfer?
He still was a drop back quarterback.
I don't know.
Skip. He still was a drop back quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know. Taking Cliff was kind of unconventional, too. So at this point, you might as well just
Yeah,
mix
hey,
it up
yeah, you might
and
as well.
try anything. If that's who he wants, I mean, they're going to give it a go. We're
Yes.
going to go back to LeBron, guys. This season has